So the first thing I actually want to bring up is where Casa came from.
Yeah.
Because I actually don't think that a lot of people know how it was born, and I found that really interesting.
Verily, yeah. It came from 8 years ago, 2011, 2012. My business partner now, Ben, started Casa with two of his uni mates, or his uni studies classmates, and they began it as a business, like a business degree project. In their business degree, you've got to do something which like a business design or whatever. And they all like to party, so they thought, right, let's throw our own party. So they did came up with the name Casa. They're like, yeah, cool, because Casa's how it means house and blah blah blah, like. And they did it in a upstairs room of a place on North Hill here in Plymouth. And I was one of the first DJs they basically got to play at Casa. There was two others that did it, and I just come back from my beefer actually. Somebody else said, get Ryan to play. So we met up with them, like designed the poster and the flyer, and yeah, did it, and it was just fucking banging. Like, at the time, the music scene in Plymouth was really, I don't know, it was like, yeah, it was bad. Like, it was on a big lull. There was nothing really happening. Like, it was kind of came from, the early noughties, which was like fun pub and places where you just go out with your mates and just have a good time. There was nothing really like genre specific. There was no place where you could go and think, mate, this is class.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, we did it. 60 people came. It was banging. It was like similar to a room size as this. You got 60 people. It was just amazing. The vibe was so good. And then then we did. Then they did 3 more. And then the boys went off. 2 of the boys went back up to Bristol to carry on with whatever they were doing. Ben stayed in Plymouth, and I was also in Plymouth. And we didn't really do anything for 12 months, 18 months. So Casa was kind of finished. So I just spat them.
Rejuvenated a little bit.
Yeah. Casa kind of finished. And then the early part of like 2014, a guy called Jim, who was a old promoter in the city here, messaged Ben and said, look, I can get Sam Divine here. Would you like to do a co-pro, which is like a co-promotion with another brand?
Got ya.
And we were like, yeah, cool. But his brand wasn't really something which we wanted to represent.
Yeah, okay.
We knew Casa used to be strong because it was really cool.
Yeah.
And then we said to him, look, we'll do it with you as a co-pro, but we'll go into business together, us three, but it needs to be as Casa. He agreed, and then we were like, right, now we need a venue, because there was still no really venues around. There was nothing. Like, this was 2014, so and we went on the Barbican to a place called the Live Lounge.
Yeah.
And it's like this. It was just amazing. Like it's a tunnel. So I think like it's an old like pirate artillery tunnel or whatever. I don't know. But it's
barrel stocked up.
Yeah, like literally like a barrel stock place. Like big tunnel, DJ at the back, massive sound system, and we did this party of Sound Divine. We sold out, and it was class, like super class.
No.
And then we thought, should we do a few more? Like it was like it.
Hitting off a little.
Yeah, it was cool. Like we were earning, there wasn't really any money in it. We just did it because it was just good fun. Yeah. And then we started to do a few more, and then it got really good. It stacked, like there was queues out the door. People came in, it was talked about everywhere, like, and it was amazing. Really nice vibe.
Okay, we got something there.
Yeah, exactly that. I'll tell you the whole story to where we are now, right?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, cool.
Crack
So.
on.
So basically, we did that for like 2 years, and then we eventually fell out with this other promoter because it just didn't work. It just didn't work out, you know. So then we kind of booted him off, and then me and Ben took over the role of doing all of it. Then we did it for like another 2 years in the Live Lounge, and it was still class. Like, but then it started to earn a bit more money.
I remember that when they started coming up in Live Lounge.
Yeah.
I've got tickets to this thing called Casa.
Yeah.
Live Lounge. I was like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, a lot of people
got
like it. Literally just it went around. A lot of people like they would walk in, and a lot of my friends who I used to be a DJ in another nightclub, but just playing like pop music when I was 19.
Come on, man, I'm 19. I don't really listen to.
Nah, exactly. Well, when I did it, El, like when I did it, it's like kind of how you cut your teeth as a DJ. You kind of. I don't mean to like go off piece there, but
you crack on.
yeah, if you're a DJ and just playing your specific music, it's not necessarily about that. Like you've got to learn what happens on a dance floor.
Yeah,
It took me a good like 4 years to understand that.
Yeah, what
'Cause
people
I-
want, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was. It's also about what you want as an artist.
Yeah.
But a good DJ always knows what the crowd wants to listen to. It's not necessarily about yourself.
No.
And you go, I'm playing this because I'm a DJ and I want to do
I
that.
know what's right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so mate, playing like I spent 4 years, 5 years playing like commercial music, and it really helped. It really helped my learning ability to read a crowd.
Yeah, be a bit more diverse.
Yeah,
because
literally
the
just.
crowd's the same, really.
Nah, they're not, and it was yeah, it really helped. Anyway, where were we with the Casa story?
Live lounge.
So live lounge, yeah. So we did the live lounge and it was real cool. And yeah, and then it started to earn some money, and we thought, look, we can turn this into an actual business alongside doing what we usually do in the daytime. We can have this as a hobby and make a bit of extra cash.
Nice.
And then I went for a meeting with a guy at the Real Cinema, a guy called Jake, who used to manage it, and and me and Ben had always had a conversation about doing an event in a cinema.
Yeah, nice.
And I was like, imagine if we went in there and I was like, fuck you know,
Yeah,
imagine
this
if
is
we
the
could
one.
imagine if we could do like a party in here. Anyway, like the conversations progressed, and matey said, yeah, we'll do it. And then we did we did a party called the Cinema Rave. And we had about 500 people, maybe a bit more, in screen one of Real Cinema.
Ah, okay, that's cool. So it's just in one screen.
Yeah, literally,
That's
like
cool.
everybody came into the foyer. It was still a cinema. No, we were like,
Yeah.
and everybody came in, and the party was like,
Insane.
yeah, it was so good, and that's kind of where Casa, I think, it changed from being something that you do as a hobby to something to like a legit business that you can actually, if we can find some more unique locations like this, then we can go bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and people are like willing to work with you, obviously, and provide their locations.
Yeah,
to you.
exactly. Yeah, after a couple of conversations, a lot of people are like, mate,
Come on, push the
bore off.
button.
Yeah, they're like,
Gotta
bore
do
off,
it.
mate. What are you saying? Like, you're not doing a party here. And we're like, well, just listen, like, hear us out.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. And then we left the live lounge because the change of owners, and they were like, nah, don't want to do it anymore. We were like, okay, cool. Then we moved to the hub.
Yeah, nice.
And the hub,
Cracking time.
yeah, it was really cool. And it seemed to be like the like natural progression to go from somewhere. I mean, the capacity in the live lounge was 240 or 250.
Yeah, because it wasn't actually that big.
No, it
you know,
wasn't. It wasn't big at all. So we were like, in the hub, it was double. It was double that size. So we were thinking, shit, like, we now need to pull off events which are pulling in double the amount of people which was what we pulled before.
No
So we're
pressure.
thinking, nah. We're thinking, holy shit, it's quite a new thing. So then we started to book bigger artists and bigger things and do different events. And we thought, right, if we really want to make this into something big, then we need to do big events. 500 people was cool.
Yeah.
250 people was cool, but we want to do like thousands.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
where
it's really far.
yeah, that's where people Casa, I don't want to say like a household name, but people know what Casa is when they come to it because
Yeah.
of the bigger events that we do. So then we spoke to our booking agent Charlie, and we said, Charlie, we want to do Faithless. Can we get Faithless to Plymouth? And we had a meeting with Pavilions, and Pavilions was like, da, 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 da. That conversation didn't really work out. And then we had a conversation with Prism, and Prism's capacity is just over 2,000. And we thought, why don't we
Try it out.
Try it out in
it's that
prison.
Capacity, isn't it?
exactly?
Right.
And everything worked out, and we did it like 3 years ago on a Easter Thursday, just before the bank holiday, and it was fucking class. I'm just keep saying these parties are banging else, but they are like I don't know what to say. I can't say anything else. That was just banging. I'm only telling you like the pinnacle ones that were real cool. We've had shit parties, but these ones are just really good.
They were just
So,
stepping stones.
Yeah, exactly. And then we did Faithless, and then we did the Ski Lodge car park, which was class.
That was class.
Yeah, got in trouble with that for a little bit because it was too loud. That was a bit of an oversight from us. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then And then what did we do? Annie Mac. Then we went back to prison. We did Annie Mac, which is a bigger gig.
That is major. I actually cannot believe that.
Yeah.
The fact that you're bringing these artists to Plymouth.
For us, it
mental.
was really big. Like we never, when we were in the live house, we never thought we'd be doing parties with these kind of scale DJs.
Yeah.
You know, it was always, was it a dream? I don't know if it's a dream or it just seemed like, all right, let's go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and just try and get as big as we could.
Yeah.
And then that was 2018, 2019, and then we started to look for a venue, and that's kind of where
There
we
we
are
are at the depot.
Yeah, the depot, yeah.
What a place the depot is.
now. Yeah.
Ooh, I'm very excited for that to come alive.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's looking insane in there.
It's looking mad, isn't it?
insane, Yes. Can you talk people through like kind of what they would be expecting from the depot?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I don't know. I'll start.
Everything.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Loads of stuff going on.
When we got it, it was obviously previous Crash Manor, and Crash Manor worked as a business. You know, it was cool before. Like it did its thing. The lack of music venues in this city was a big factor for us going in there and trying to make something really big of it, and making it not only a place for Casa, but also a place where people can come and enjoy other genres of music.
Yeah, exactly.
It seemed pointless to just take a place and go, you know, we could quite comfortably just run Casa in there,
Yeah.
and that's it, and just stop.
Yeah.
But why get a venue for one thing when you can fucking please
Exactly.
other people too? Like,
And that moves along nicely to what you're doing for DBS actually,
Oh,
because that's insane. So you're actually letting them use the space for their education, aren't you?
yeah.
Which is really nice. You're not just supplying us with like a party place, you're supplying the young community as well. So
Yeah, I think
that's
you've got
cracking.
to like, at the end of the day, younger people are sounds cliched, doesn't it,
Future.
mate? But they are.
You know it, of
They are.
course.
They literally are. Like I never thought that. My dad used to say, you know, you're the future generation. Blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like,
Yeah,
Dad, what are you on about? But you are. Like,
Yeah, of
like
course.
the younger people are literally. If you don't, I don't want to say mold them, but if you don't show them or give them something to,
Some good resources.
yeah, to kind of develop what they're doing, they don't get better than you were previously, and that's shit. Everybody needs to progress. Everybody needs to like move forward. So, so yeah, to give these guys the space, the sound, everything that they need to progress their own personal music career or future or whatever they want to do within the creative industry, really, is banging.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's it's their yeah, for them too.
That's brilliant. I
Yeah,
love
man, it's
that.
cool.
I love
I'm
that.
quite happy with it. Yeah.
And actually, off the depot as well, you managed to get some really cool partnerships with the Boiler Room
Yeah.
and
Aristoff. Aristoff Vodka. Yeah. So Aristoff Vodka. When you open a venue, you get a lot of people that come to you and they try and sell you their gear. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, cool, you can have this vodka, or you
like
can
reps
have
kind of thing.
yeah, reps. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can have this tequila, or you can have this beer, or blah 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 blah. Anyway, pardon me. Grey Goose vodka, right? It's a nice vodka. You kind of
Smooth.
yeah, it's premium.
Bubble,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So Aristoff is Grey Goose's economy vodka. And we taste,
Insane.
yeah, it's class.
That is
It tastes
insane.
delicious. Like, I'm not really a fan of vodka, but I will happily shot Aristoff
Yeah.
because it's nice. And we did a taste test between Smirnoff, Russian Standard, and Aristoff, and we all chose Aristoff. So you also can't buy it in the shops. So
Yeah.
it's exclusive to
Exclusive to the depot.
to the depot. Yeah.
Heard it here first.
It's a banging vodka,
Yeah.
and I think I hope people will enjoy it. Everybody enjoys a drink in it,
Don't
don't
tell
they?
me that one about And the toilets, ladies, you're in for a treat with the toilets. They're insane. I
Yeah,
won't go
they're
into
class.
too much into detail about them because it's going to be a good surprise. But you're in for a treat, ladies. So cool. So what is it about the team and everything that's going on? Got a good team all ready to go?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. Like the building team for the last 8 months have been amazing. Every single person
Yeah.
involved has literally, people have donated stuff. People have put their time in and their effort, and like to see how much help and support that we've had and the venues had is so. And I can't really put it into words because it's mad. Without these people, we couldn't have done it. We literally could not have done it. So yeah, that's really cool. And then yeah, kind of the front end, the new staff. Some of them we know, some of them we don't know. Funnily enough, today we've got one of the training days with the tills and kind of bar training, where we all get to know each other.
Yeah, of
So as a new venue. If it was like an existing venue, these people would be coming to join an existing team who would already have a flow. They would always be already be working together. They would always know like how to kind of gel together. But because this is a new team, it's a new club. I mean, I don't know how to run a nightclub. I've never done it before, no. Mate.
Just know how to party.
Fucking hell, yeah. But I can run an event, I can fill a venue, and I can have a really good time with the people that are in the venue. Yeah. But this is a learning curve for me and Ben too. It's
like a whole other side of like hospitality, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Like, yeah, for sure.
It's moving from. I don't want to say like it's not. You're still professional when you're doing events. It's just that you're thinking about the other side. Like one of the sides we've done is sell tickets and fill venues. Yeah, now this side we're doing is providing a service, beer, toilets, bins, taxis. It's just there's so much to do. So yeah, the team. Back to the team.
The team.
Yeah, they're obviously the face of the depot. They're representing me and Ben. They're representing the rest of the team. We treat them really well, and I think the people that we've chosen so far are really gonna take the list and be bombs, mate. If I'm honest.
Yeah, good. But every time I go in there, everyone's cracking on with it, loving it, like getting on with the job, sweating. Like, yes, guys, they've definitely been moving it along nicely.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, definitely.
It's cool as well because hopefully, apparently, the Nudge have bought the Millennium as well, haven't they?
They have.
So, I think they want to turn it to like 2,000 people venue, and I think that would be so sick.
It'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think the whole like place around there, the top of Union Street, the regeneration that it's got, rejuvenation, whatever, like with the new, with the new boulevard, like it's actually really nice down there. Yeah. It is like, granted, I think the bottom end of Union Street does need a bit of work. It's always needed a bit of work, you know. Yeah. But the top end now, I hope the Nudge days. I really hope that they sort this out and they turn it into something really cool. I've heard a rumor that something's happening at the Real Cinema as well.
Nice.
So I don't know what it is, but from a place which had no independent venues to now possibly having 3, definitely 1.
Yeah.
But and definitely 2. I mean, the girls at Nudge will definitely do what they said they're going to do. So yeah, I think it'd be quite cool.
Seen yesterday they had. Do you see that they painted that wall? Yeah, it's so cool. So the Minerva Cafe is actually the same artist. It looks incredible.
Is it really?
It looks absolutely incredible.
No way.
Really cool. I think it's going to set the street off nicely, especially with the depot as well.
Yeah, class.
So I think you're all working together at the right time, which is absolutely sick.
Wait, don't you think it's strange? I think it's really. Mate, I said
it must be in the air, though.
Yeah, it is. I said to Ben the other day. I said, bruv, how is it, right, that after COVID, which has been a shit situation,
very shit,
that everybody seems to be edging towards doing the same thing, like, I don't know, with community, but just everyone's like going into doing stuff which is cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't there before, I don't think. I don't think it was there before.
Not.
It's
I've
definitely.
never seen so many like businesses.
It's very together.
Very together.
Isn't it?
I'm loving it. Yeah. Absolutely loving it.
Yeah, me too.
So you've got so many events coming up this year, which is amazing. I've got my Patrick Topping ticket.
That's the one.
With Alan Fitzpatrick as well. So
yeah, class.
And the Weekender, of course.
Yeah.
September vibes.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to?
I mean, we're opening on Sunday. I'm most looking forward to that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
If I'm honest, like I am. Yeah. And in a minute we're going to do a sound check, and I'm most looking forward. I love music. I was like, I've not heard loud music for such a long time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Monday as well. Which is our grand opening, and then the Saturday, which is the actual grand opening, because that's a Saturday night. But I mean, events-wise, Patrick Topping, of course, we've been trying to secure that for like 4 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was a super hard booking to get.
I can imagine. He's the boy.
Yeah, he is. He is literally the top of his game, and we've got him in Plymouth. I still can't believe it. Like, it's fucking.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, literally, it's really cool. So him, kind of my passion with is house and techno. So of course, Alan Fitzpatrick, Hot Since '82, Pete Tong,
insane.
Patrick Topping. Who else? I like artwork, so he plays like disco music. He's quite cool. But then we've got Mike Skinner. He's playing, and I mean, who doesn't like the streets, because it's fucking class. Who else? Dimension, Baklava, Sherelle. They're playing. There's so many, We wanted to cross the list of all genres for every single person in the city.
I think
That's
you
what we
nailed
wanted to
that
do.
on the head. And Becky Hill, I think that
She's doing an after show from I think in November or October.
Nice.
I don't know the date. It's not announced yet, so it's.
Yeah. Do you reckon there's a bit of a social anxiety of people returning to clubs? Like
Fucking absolutely.
Yeah.
Mate, literally.
It's good, but it's overwhelming. I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, because the last 18 months has definitely created some kind of anxiety within I'm going to say the human race, like everybody being alone and mate, isn't it? Everyone kind of, not really knowing what to do in a crowd of people anymore. You don't. So what you do exactly, like, because we haven't done it for such a long time, and I think are people still, or maybe a little bit scared to go out again, or is it gonna? I think it's gonna take a little bit of time to progress into what it was previously.
Absolutely.
But I think people are going to appreciate it more than they did before. 1000%.
And I think it's like learning how to ride a bike, you know? I think when you go out to a party, I think it's really overwhelming now because we haven't been used to it for the past 18 months. But do you know what? I actually think when we all get in there together, the music's on, you're back with your mates, I think it's just...
Take like 10 minutes and everyone's back to it again. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
What's your favourite artist that you've worked with so far, would you say?
Favourite artist that we've worked with so far? Cool, mate, that is a hard question to answer.
I suppose they all bring something different to the table, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I do stuff in Ibiza as well. So the artists that we look, I mean, here Annie Mac.
Yeah.
Annie Mac was cool. She was really cool. And I'll tell you who else was cool. Pausa.
Okay.
From Solid Grooves. He was absolutely class. BB was class as well, and Dennis Cruz. They're just such nice, they were cool people. Do you know what I mean? We went for lunch with David. He's called Pausa, and we went lunch, and he's just such a decent person. You don't really see. You see the name and you see the face and you see Instagram and you see the music, but it's real people behind all this shit. And like, we sat down and having dinner, and he's like, yeah, cool. It's just a decent geezer, classmate.
That's
so,
what it should be about. Music.
Exactly. Yeah, it's so I think that's kind of my favourite two, Pausa and Annie Mac. Yeah.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, class.
Lastly, what I am going to ask you is, where do you see Casa in 5 years' time?
Cool. Mate,
Pressure.
nah, I would. I mean, there's talks of like doing Depot 2, 3 and 4.
Yes, please.
Let's see how this goes. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't really want to stop here. I'm not a nightclub owner. I'm a DJ at heart. That's what I do. I play music. I like to entertain behind decks. The nightclub came because Casa really needed it. That's like the fundamentals of why the Depot's there.
It's like your hub for everything.
But now it's created something bigger. So from the Depot, I would like to create more nightclubs wherever. But I'd like a restaurant. I like a couple of things because I think, I don't know, it's just nice to like make a mark and do something different. I think if something's made with passion and love, it can always stand up in a crowd. You know, whether like if you follow something just to earn some money or you do something with unauthentic intent, it's crap.
Exactly.
It's not real. Exactly. It's not real. You see, like a lot of these chains. I'm going to slag a couple of them off. There's one at the new Barker. I think it's called Dow. Yeah, mate, I think it's crap.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, sorry to the chain restaurants, but I'm not a fan of chain restaurants.
No.
If I could pick an independent, family-owned restaurant, especially when it comes to like foreign cuisines, I would go there any day.
Yeah, mate, I just don't think they're not authentic. You go in there, and they're the same as
like set meals.
It's shit. It's shit, and it annoys me because the people behind it can do so much better.
Yeah.
Another thing with this Depot thing, right? Corporate nightclubs, I don't want to slag them off, but again, corporate nightclubs, and I get it. They have a strategy and they apply it to the next venue and to the next venue and to the next venue, but it loses its soul. It loses its like love. It loses its stuff.
Purpose.
Like if one thing can come from the Depot being open, that's everybody else taking notice of what a proper nightclub is. That's what I want them to do, and I want them to up their game. So everybody that goes to their venues, cool, go to their venues, but fucking make it good. Do you know what I mean? Right. I'm so disappointed when I walk into chain places and other nightclubs, and I just think, fucking hell, you could have done such a fucking banging job here, but you've not.
It's a shame because the venues around are absolutely sick.
Mate.
And it's like sometimes I just want to go out and boogie. I want to go out and boogie my ass off. But I don't want to go to revs where it's just like pop music because that isn't my kind of style of music. It isn't my scene. So this is just just brilliant that you're creating something like that.
I mean, revs is cool. They're all cool. LA.
Of course they are. Each to their own. It's just not. It's just not my friend's style. Really.
Yeah, no, that's it. Same, and I don't know. I want them all to up their game a little bit. It's just been flat for the past 10 years, and it needs to change.
It does need to change.
Yeah.
You are that change.
Hopefully, let's see what happens.
Let's go. Thank you so much for that.
Cool,
Ryan.
yeah.
That was absolutely incredible.
Nice.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Sweet.